Speed Channel's coverage of the Grand Prix of Portland is brought to you by Audi. In technology, performance and design, our goal remains constant. Never follow. Back at Portland, and you're looking at JJ Lehto. Race leader is off the track in the champion Audi. And we apologize for JJ's language there. Of course, we are live here in Portland, and he is a little hot. Something has obviously happened with a lapped car, and JJ went on to the grass very quickly. Obviously, we're seeing it as soon as you are. No damage to the car. It involves the J3 Racing Porsche and Tim Sugden. JJ's tried to go around the outside.
Oh, you know what? And JJ just did not get it right. He clipped that Audi. No doubt JJ was all the way around and past the Porsche. Watch here, riding on board. Gonna get hit. Oh dear. It's very hard to pass here at Portland's hard to say. I was trying to say Porsche at the same time, but it's very hard to pass. But that was a clean pass on the outside. It should have happened.
So he's back on track and chasing down Butch Leitzinger. He did have an 8-second lead, and now he's down by some 4 seconds. He gets by one of the Lamborghini Murcielagos.
Now the patience is really gone. I mean, he's steaming.
Well, we just spoke to the team, and they believe there is no damage to JJ Lehto's race car, probably to his psyche a little bit there. You heard the words on the radio. He gets fired up really quickly. In fact, this team sent all of their drivers through an anger management course a couple of years ago. And JJ is typically in very good spirits, but he's fired up. He really wants to win this one. And the tire choice that these boys made seems to be coming their way. Looking at the lap times right now, they seem to have a significant advantage over the Dyson Racing team. JJ said the tires were not good yesterday, but they hope for cooler temperatures today, and that's exactly what they got, Lee.
My first race car. Oh, the Panoz is out in I think that's in the festival corners, and it's in the gravel trap. That, I think, is Gunnar Jeanette. Yes, that is the festival corner.
There's a lot of oil down there. I think we're probably done.
He said he
spun in his own oil, which means take a look here and see what happened. Maybe he's lost. Possibly lost an engine or oil line. Let's see what happens.
Whoa.
He sure spun. I didn't see any oil come out, but that was a pretty quick spin.
It certainly was.
Oh, he's got fire under the hood. It's definitely got a fire up underneath the hood. Now the oil's on fire.
Hit the fire extinguisher and get out. Hit the fire extinguisher and get out.
Now that the crew chief is watching our feed and telling him he saw the flames and said, hit the fire extinguisher, get out. Gunnar does not know that it's on fire. That came directly from us.
It seems to have subsided a little. You can't see the flames anymore underneath the Panoz Esperante. First full course caution, and this certainly assists JJ Lehto. Brian, do you know more about this situation?
Guys, I had just checked in with the 50 team just moments before that, and they were very pleased with the way the car was running. They were running competitive lap times. Don't forget, it's a developmental year for them too, and Kelly Collins was going to be in the car with Gunnar Jeanette this weekend. He'll be in that car a couple of more times this season. Car has really shown potential, but obviously that potential today is not going to be realized. Some type of an oil leak, perhaps even the engine blew. They're still trying to get it figured out down here in the pits at Panoz.
The team worked incredibly hard this weekend at cooling the cockpit of that car. They really suffered at Sonoma, but I guess that doesn't really come into play now. Quick commercial break, stay with us.
Saying we can't bring him in lap. One more lap. We got to have it today. Get the 45 minutes. Back out.
Back to racing we go, and let's check out this fight at the front. Lehto goes off the side of the course, keeps it on. Tight racing side by side going through the festival curves, and Leitzinger has lost out.
He was mad at Leitzinger about something that happened in the straightaway on the start. There was a balk there, a really big balk by the 16. Is blocked in the 38, and I think that could be payback. I don't know. I mean, that was just really hardcore racing right there. Oh, now Butch almost going into the gravel trap. You don't want that to happen.
And he stalled the car. The car has stopped now. He refires it.
And it's not an easy car to start once it's hot. It does not like going to be shut off and restarting now. Fury behind the helmet of the 38.
And James Weaver looking on. He will realize what has just happened as Leitzinger sits motionless. Here's the replay. Watch the white car on the right of your screen. JJ Lehto making an outside move on Leitzinger.
Actually, the thing I talked about was even before that happened, that they'd already separated by then. Look, no question about contact between the two.
Keep in mind, that's where the oil went down.
Absolutely
That's where
correct.
Gunnar Jeanette went.
Absolutely correct.
Which finally gets going again. But
Oh.
it's too little too late as we rejoin this fight at the front. Chris Dyson fending off the challenge of JJ Lehto.
Chris really doing a good job of learning this new car. He's still very much a rookie driver, and he's under fire now from one of the best ever built in the world, more than likely. I've driven it. I don't know of anything better.
As we went to the break, we showed you the Miracle Motorsports pit stop being...
it's been hit.
Lehto's been hit by the Corvette.
Well, you look at that. Chris Dyson will be laughing at that one.
JJ Lehto has been hit by the Corvette accidentally and has gone around.
Dear, oh dear, in the festival curves.
And his second place, oh, here comes Butch Leitzinger.
He'll get
His
it.
battle will resume, but JJ escapes from a bank robbery. He spins away, takes off now. Butch Leitzinger gets a second shot at him.
Now, JJ had to do 2 little spins there. He had to put the clutch in and really rev the motor and spin the Audi around to get it going the right direction. That is extremely hard on a hot clutch. That could lead to virtue damage. We'll take a different look at this. This is a big event right here. There is Chris Dyson going into festival curves, followed by Lehto. Now watch the Corvette come up. He can't get stopped here.
Oh, no.
Just a mistake, and puts JJ around.
Oliver Gavin will regret
Oh,
that.
boy, you're right about that. Look at this way. It's going to happen on this turn back to the left right here. I mean, no question about it. JJ did nothing wrong. The Corvette drills him.
And one thing we have to say right from the outset is that is not intentional from Oliver Gavin. That was, in the true sense, an accident. Because you see it kind of backs up a little bit, don't you? And then
Yes.
he comes in just at a higher speed. So now he's 14.4 seconds. So twice we've seen him come back from in excess of 18 seconds down. He's now 14 and a half seconds down, and that was the third punch. What do they say? Everything happens in threes? Well, that was it. First of all, it was getting hit by Sugden and going off the track. Then it was the stop-go penalty. Then it was the hit from Gavin. So that's it. Hopefully, for JJ Lehto's sake, all of his bad run and bad luck is out of the way for the day. Meanwhile, Chris Dyson skips away. Let's show you a replay of that incident in the festival curves. You ride on board with Oliver Gavin.
This is the one that really gives you in trouble. There's no denying what happened. Gavin will now, we hear, receive a stop-and-go penalty, just exactly like...
hardest fought victory ever, but we're a long way away from that.
Now here's the deal, though. The Audi right there, along with Butch Leitzinger, running lap times at 106.
Oh, look at Butch. Butch has now hit JJ Lehto.
Oh, my gosh.
My
and around
goodness.
Butch got hit by the Corvette, too.
This is smash 'em up derby time. They are going everywhere, and it's the same car. It's the 4 of Oliver Gavin was tangled up in that. He was not at fault.
Now, that's a really fast part of the racetrack. You can't just stop there when you see a wreck happen in front of you. I mean, you're going so fast. Holy moly, can you believe that? Now, damage to the front end of the Audi, no question about it this time. Look at the front end right here. Big gaping hole right there. That's going to cause major problems. It's going to make big understeer if it doesn't rip the bodywork completely off, which I expect it will if it doesn't stop. I would expect this car in the pits really quickly because Brad Kettler will be looking at this on our monitors and he'll have that car in. Take a look right here. Stack up under braking right in that area. All 3 wide.
Good catch by Lehto. And after Ollie Gavin was left with nowhere to go and he just nudged into the side there of Butch Leitzinger, he has since come in and served his stop-go penalty for the previous incident. Here it is from a different camera. Leitzinger gets into the back of Lehto. Lehto goes up on the curve. Very, very minor contact there between Gavin and Leitzinger, and both are able to escape out of that. Wow.
However,
on board with JJ.
dear. What a mess.
JJ saying,
great
what have I
recovery.
done?
Yeah,
What have I
exactly.
done today?
What is it? What do I got to do here?
I should not have got out of bed this morning.
Front end of the Audi damaged, no question about it. With that wind getting up underneath there, it's going to rip that front end off. I'm really surprised they haven't called him in to get that repaired and to do a driver change, because right now you're suspect of tearing the whole car apart with the air pressure underneath it.
You know what I can't wait for? And I'm not sure whose end of pit lane it is, Brian or Calvin. I can't wait to hear from JJ today. Here's the onboard shot from the Corvette C5R of Oliver Gavin of that previous incident.
Watch him all stack up in front of Oliver. Now he's got the heaviest car with the least amount of braking potential. Yeah, nowhere to go there. Big hit. When you get hit by a Corvette with a little car like a P2 or that P1 of Dyson's, you've got damage.
It is all happening here at Portland International. There is a fresh front end for the ADT champion Audi team.
race.
The key there is those Pirelli tires. I spoke to Jim Bell and he said we had to go with the softer compound. We spoke earlier about.
He gets him and puts him around. Well, now I bet we'll see the yellow car in the pits very shortly.
Calvin, if you didn't see it, Beretta went through on the inside and there was contact between he and Mollem, and whether it was Mollem closing the door or Beretta being forceful, there was contact. No mistake about it. And I'm sure Jim Bell will be a little bit angry about that after he just told Johnny to let him by.
Yeah, because those guys realize they have to run to a pace. They need to run the softer tire to get the tire temperatures down, and that means they have to run a little bit off the pace.
Oh, you see right here the braking maneuver. Johnny turns in. There's the contact made, no question. Ford got into it. What is ironic about it is that he's just been told, oh yeah, just gets right in and just drills him from behind. Just tells him to leave the Corvette go. Right on board of the Corvette, you'll see what it really looks like.
Maybe a bit ambitious from Beretta as well, do you think?
Well, yeah, I think so, actually. I mean, he could have. I think that's an avoidable accident, and I think you'll see the number 4 in the penalty box here just a few minutes.
Olivier doesn't hit him in the front part of the car. He definitely hits him in the rear part. Anyway, Mollem with a slightly damaged Semco Ferrari continues on.
Oh, you mean a Semco Celine?
Celine, I'm sorry. Used to be a... Look at this. J.J. Lehto thinks about it on the inside on Chris Tyson, then thinks twice.
Chris Tyson had none of that. He just moved right over and said, no, you're not past me right there anyway.
Well, this battle resumes. It was scintillating at Portland. Chris Tyson versus J.J. Lehto, and now John Field wants to buy into it, and he's turned J.J. Lehto around.
Field gets in the back of J.J. and spins the Audi. That only in turn 3.
Oh, we've got Portland all over again. Oh boy, J.J. Lehto will be fuming.
Yeah,
now watch this comeback.
Shaking his head in there. He just can't believe that just happened.
So it's Leitzinger, Chris Dyson, then John Field, and Lehto back on track, and there is a huge fight about to begin.
He will not be a happy man, but getting by all these other cars, at least on this racetrack, there's a lot of racing room, so it's easier to be done here than it is in some places.
Let's take a look at a replay of that incident. Exactly what happened. We ride with Lehto.
Listen here. Yeah, just a little tap in the quarter panel, that's all she takes. From the outside looking in, look, Field goes to the inside, just tries not to hit him, but touches. Doesn't take much.
It must have just been very minor.
Doesn't take much, I tell you, when you're in the corner that deep. A little bump like that and around you go. And remember, the tires are very cold right now as well.
And John Field's a smart man. He was just being, he was just trying to make the most of that opportunity because he saw JJ go to the outside trying to go around Chris, and he thought, I'll dive on the inside.
Cold tires played an issue in that too. I mean, the Audi spun quite easily because it was on cold tires. But it warm, that probably would not have spun the tires.
Butch Leitzinger leads the Road America 500. You're looking at Chris Dyson and John Field battling hard here for second. And it's great to see the Intersport Lola back in the hunt. And we've lost the 31, the Peterson White Lightning machine. Craig Stanton has spun.
That's a spin down in Canada corner.
And I bet
no contact yet. That's good news.
Stand corrected there. My apologies. It is Dave Murray in the car. Dave Murray in the Peterson White Lightning Porsche. They did an excellent job in qualifying yesterday. Craig Stanton actually qualified the car and stole third away from the Racers group right in the last moments of qualifying. Let's take a look at what happened to Dave.
It's past the corner, so I'm thinking there's going to be some contact here. Right there, just to the outside, gets on the gravel, around he goes. 71 moves him over and just gets in. Once you get in that gravel, that was a good job by somebody going on the outside there.
I think that was Darren Law that just rounded him up. And it oh, look at this. Has there been contact? You kind of think so, don't you?
Well, that's turn 5 again in the brake zone down there. It happens a lot. Big old smoky burnout as he gets going.
Now, let's take a look at what happened between John Field and J.J. Lehto down in turn 5.
We can't get away with anything anymore, not with all the cameras we have. We'll see right here.
Well, there you go.
Actually, no, he's got in trouble by himself, locks up a rear brake, gets on the outside in the gravel and spins. J.J. had nothing to do with that. Just a mistake.
So that was the easy passage through for J.J.
Certainly was.
He now moves into second, and then we begin to monitor the lead margin for Butch Leitzinger. Can he whittle it away? It is 16 seconds. Can you believe that? As John Field gets back up to full speed, let's have the onboard view.
You see the tire smoke right there, locks the left rear and just keeps the wheel straight, which is smart, but then got to the outside too far and spins. JJ, I know what JJ's thinking. Yeah, that'll teach you.
Back on track. So John Field now, he has to play catch up. And each time we'll keep you up to date with the margin between first and second. Butch Leitzinger for Dyson Racing is the race leader over Lehto, Chris Dyson and John Field. The 4 cars in our prototype 1.
And problems for the Intersport team in a couple of areas. This is their prototype 1 Lola, Bill. John Field had that engine just let go on.
He sure did. That's the end of a very expensive race engine, just belching smoke out the back as that dies on the track. And the best thing about this, the only good thing you can say about an engine blowing up, is it's not laying down any oil on the track. It is only smoke getting rid of the California mosquitoes.
So John Field retiring the 37 car, short of the finish here tonight. They were up in the top 5 earlier. Could be the end of the line for Intersport Racing and that race car. Talked to John earlier this weekend. That tub, the carbon fiber chassis, Gouet and John Macaluso, well, they've completed enough laps to give James the Drivers' Championship in P2, but during the rain, they spun. The car went off course and stopped on the beach.
Oh, they have just about done everything possible to try and give away this championship, but they keep soldiering on. And it seems almost remarkable. This was just a couple of moments. There they are, stopped up against the wall. It looks like they will not actually take the checkered flag, but as you point out, they will win the championship.
With 2 minutes of racing to go, it appears that in Prototype 2, Clint Field will win the race. The championship will go to Ian James and the Miracle Motorsports team. Now, while all this was unfolding, Calvin Fish had a chance to talk to James about the title.
Well, the Miracle Motorsports team have recovered. They've got past the 70% mark. They're classified tonight, and Ian James, that gives you the championship. But what a roller coaster of emotion for you.
Oh, can I tell you? I mean, first couple of hours, we were 3 laps in the lead. Everything was great. Huge moment when we had a component failure. Got it back together. James in the car now doing a great job. I mean, this year has been such a roller coaster.